Food for thought. Today, Tuesday, June the 16th, the announcement came that after strong pressure and a powerful letter to our government from Marcus Rashford of Manchester United, children in need will be given food vouchers during the school summer holidays. Since I've been involved in responding to food poverty for quite some time, I thought it might interest those of you in the parish who will listen to or read this if I told you a little bit about my experience and what's actually happening in our town now. When I came back to Blackpool 4 years ago, I came from Preston, where I'd organised a food bank in our parish there. We gave out food parcels and provided hot drinks and sandwiches about 3 times a week. So Sister Anne introduced me to the Blackpool Food Partnership, and thanks to some volunteer training they offered, I was able to volunteer each week in Comfort Zone, at that time on Dixon Road, and also locally in a community enterprise on Grange Park called the Open Door Project. Instead of dealing mainly with finances, administration and ordering stocks, I was able to meet people in need face to face, learn their names and make friends. I was part of a team that worked so well together and wanted to help the people who came to us to move on in their lives. My particular job was providing the hot drinks. I soon learnt how many sugars they liked. It was rarely none, and sometimes 5. During my short break, I could sit down and chat and be teased about my accent. It was so good to be part of a project that, as well as meeting immediate needs, such as a decent breakfast, was also offering a listening ear, directing people to other support services, and providing food parcels and clothing where possible. Our aim was to make the project unnecessary, but we knew that was a faraway goal in the current state of affairs in Blackpool, and indeed in the rest of the country. Then came the coronavirus pandemic, which has put a stop to all that, and probably for quite some time in the future. Several other projects in our town have also had to close, yet between them they were a lifeline for the people who came to them. In addition, the children's centres, libraries and places where people with emergency needs could go have also been closed. Meanwhile, the council has been funded by the government to make food provision for the most needy and vulnerable and to provide accommodation for the homeless so that no one was left on the streets. This has lasted during the lockdown. 12 hubs were set up across the town for the delivery and distribution of food. Now, however, they are gradually being discontinued as the lockdown eases and it becomes possible for takeaway food to be offered at some of the former venues. What you might not know is how Blackpool Food Bank, which is essential to the Blackpool Food Partnership, has, day in and day out, week in and week out, continued to ensure that supplies of food have been collected and redistributed across the town, even as far as Fleetwood. When you go shopping in one of our supermarkets, have you noticed the large orange collection boxes with the Blackpool Food Bank logo and a request for donations of food? Look out for them, as they are in partnership with all our main stores, Tesco, Sainsbury's, Morrison's, Booths, Aldi, Lidl and the Co-op. Their headquarters are in Cornwall Avenue, North Shore, where the vans bring in donations of food and from there supplies go out to some 62 organisations every week. The director, Neil Reid, 4 part-time staff and about 45 volunteers work tirelessly to ensure that individuals, families and homeless people are supplied with the food they need. You might like to watch the short video on YouTube, Blackpool Food Bank, where Neil describes their work. It's something we can be thankful for and they can be proud of in these hard times. Do try to donate at their collection points if you can. Food poverty did not begin with the pandemic, and it's obviously going to continue as the economic consequences affect our everyday lives. In London now, for example, with people suddenly made redundant, unable to meet their debts or their rents, homelessness has increased, and some 300,000 free meals a day are being provided by churches, mosques, charities, etc. The root causes need to be addressed, such as low wages, 0-hour contracts, armed services veterans with mental health issues, alcoholism, drug dependency, family breakdown, single parents struggling, reduced child benefit, and a hostile universal credit system for the unemployed. At the same time, we need to ask why there is so much food waste caused by overproduction, leading to retail surplus. I'm not an economist, but these are the realities I'm aware of, as we've had space during the lockdown to reflect on the society we live in, and the fact that food poverty is now a condition of life for so many. Are our charities relieving the state of its responsibilities, as some people now claim? Food vouchers for children during the summer holidays are to be welcomed, but they are not the solution. So, there is plenty of food for thought and plenty of motivation for action on behalf of justice in all that.